As you already know me, I'm happy to see to be with everyone today. I'm here to talk about the problem in development in Nigeria. The problem lies in the people's hand, the masses. Because when you are choosing a leader, you should choose a leader that have you at heart. When I mean a leader that have you at heart is, by their fruit you shall know them. You must know someone that will remember you. There's an adage that a child that will work hard in the bush or in the farm, you know that child, or you identify that child while going to the farm, because when the child is going to the farm, it will be clearing all obstacles in the way. It's a parable for only the wise. If you choose to be wise, good. It's never too late. For example, I'm going to speak from what the governor of Rivers State governor is doing. Governor Benedict Ayode. When you see this man in question, you will know that he's a true humanitarian. Because someone, for example, every politicians are supposed to be humanitarians, because you elect them to carry your body, to table your body, and to help ease your problem. That is why they are elected. So indirectly or directly, every true politician is a humanitarian at heart. But it beats my imagination that majority of the politicians we have today, about 90%, they are self-centered. Majority of them don't know the reason why they are elected or why they are choosing to lead others. Because a true politician is a voice to the vulnerable, is a voice to the less privileged. But today, all the politicians we have, they are self-centered. They are there to enrich themselves. They are there for their personal selfish desire to acquire and accumulate wealth. For example, let me use Governor Benedict Ayode as a case study. This governor, he have built a free housing accommodation for the citizen in Rivers State. This, you need to see how he wept. Let me quote what a woman that was lamenting in tears. She was weeping away her heart. She said, please, this suffering is too much for us to bear. It's not just about food. At least people are trying with that. The children are crying, and life is becoming unbearable. This is what this woman was lamenting. She was weeping. She was carried away. And look at this governor's remark when he saw the weeping of this woman. He shed tears. He said, in my state, I quote him, in my country and in my continent, people are still living in dark ages. People still live in squatters camp, very subhuman condition. Where are all the lawyers and all the civil movements? Where are they? They are watching people suffering. He said the people of Bakassi are living where they fetch water, where they defecate, and the same land they are feeding on. He said they allocate billions of unnecessary projects that never get accomplished. I am the governor of the state, and the person you should cry to is me. We will solve your problem. We have started acquiring land. If I am here again, you will have reason to smile again. After a while, after he said these words, he came back with his promise fulfilled by, he built an estate, free housing accommodation. You know why the problem with Nigeria is not in the hands of Buhari, the president. This proved to me that, and to majority of us, that it's not only the president. The problem with Nigeria lies in the masses. You should know who you are choosing. You are going to watch with me how Governor Benedict Ayode have bring transformation to Rivers State. So I'm not surprised. The last governor of the Rivers State also did very well. So so we should learn from people that are good and people that have humanity at heart. Together we'll make the world a better place to live. Share this video.
In my state, in my country, and in my continent, people still live in dark ages. People still live in squatter camps in very subhuman conditions. I am shocked that with all the lawyers we have in this country, with all the civil rights movements, they watch as my people, the people of Bakassi, bleed and live where they fetch water, defecate on the same land, feed on the same land with no hope. Yet the country watch, yet the country allocates in billions on elitist projects and programs.
Our life of our mother, our children, we commit into your hands. So help us and help us too in this situation. We don't have much to say, but we are totally coverless in our life. We don't have anything to sustain our living. We don't hope that tomorrow we will have a living. Help us.
We will solve the problem. I'm governor of the state. Your problem is my problem. The primary person who you should cry to is me, and I'm here and I've seen it in person. We have started the process of acquiring land. We will commence construction work as soon as possible. If I'm here again, I'll be bringing joy. I'll be bringing news that you have your homes to move to.
Stand up, stand up, stand up,
I feel a sense of fulfillment having been here to see my son, my daughter, my mother, my uncle, my auntie living in a clustered accommodation of a primary school with mosquitoes feasting on them, with no place to farm, no place to lay their head. But today, by the grace of God, by the instrumentality of the Holy Ghost, we are here gathered to celebrate a maximum of opportunity where people will be living in a world-class estate. You can get a certificate of occupancy. This is the first social housing in Africa, in absolute terms, where the ownership is in perpetuity, where the property is yours, where there will be no time you say you can now move and let another person enter. No, it is your house, it is yours to keep forever and ever. We will continue to expand it. It is not enough to provide you housing, because this is not shelter, this is housing. It means it has amenities, it has power, it has water, it has all the utilities you will so need. You have solar lighting, you have the generator, and you have the third grid, which is the national grid. But today I'm going to also assure you that we have acquired boats which are by the water side to enable you to do fishing for those who can fish. We have also made provisions for cash. So we have a take-off grant of 50 million to support all of you who live here who want to start small businesses. I am lucky because I have a circumstance akin to yours, and so I feel you and I know your pain. But please, let's take today to dance. Let's take today to celebrate. Let's use today as a day to tell a story, a reverse of all that has been your experience, that finally you have a home called your own. You have a house that is yours. As I turn around and look at the estate, it gives me joy that at least if there's nothing else I have done, I've been able to take one person, maybe two, maybe 50 out of that scholar accommodation. And for Nigeria to know that these Bakassi people you have neglected, we ourselves have not neglected our people. And so for what I have done is driven out of emotions and passions and not out of wealth and accumulation. But let the president recognize the pain and just reflect on the budget of IDPs and ask for once what has been provided for the people of Bakassi. When anybody asks that question, you will see the injustice for the people of Cross River State and the people of Bakassi. We are not here to celebrate the house, but we are here to celebrate the hope that these houses will bring. We are here to celebrate the fact that we have drawn the consciousness of the president to the understanding that he has one unfinished business.
You are an honest man. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you for your standing by your truth. Irrespective of all the storm and confusion of all our leaders, but you stand by your word. God bless you. You will stay to rule the entire world. Thank you, Father. May God bless you.
Get up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up,
Governor Benedict Ayode, his top task for petty businesses, tax exemption. I quote him: "It is better for me as a governor to tax my brain than to tax my people. I am wired for this, is sensitive to a weaker person. I still find people giving political appointment for a completely different thing, and you see them go back to these same less privileged people harassing and vandalizing their small businesses in the name of tax collection." This is what I mean. While this man was making this speech, he wept. He was crying. He was crying because of the oppression he saw, because of the humiliation he saw, because of the way he see people are treating the less privileged. So that is why the man went extra mile to exempt small-scale businesses from paying taxes. He went extra mile to encourage small businesses to grow, to encourage small hotel owners to grow and flourish. How many governors have such at heart? How many governors consider the less privileged, consider people that are growing? How many people encourage people to grow in Nigeria? How many people? This man feels the pain of humanity, and he is a real man, a real leader, and a true God sent to humanity. This is what Nigeria needs, not heartless and animal in human outfits. Governor Ayode Benedict even weep deeply for what people are passing through. In the public, I have watched most of his interrogation. I have watched him weeping in the public. He's feeling the pain because he know where he's from. He know that he know where he's coming from. He know why he is there. Enough is enough. You should know the people that truly feel your pain before voting for them. Before voting for people that will oppress you, destroy you, and take all you have. Wake up, Nigerians. The governor has made it clear what you can still benefit from a good person with good heart. This is what this governor have demonstrated. He have demonstrated to us that people can still benefit a lot from people that have good heart, humanity at heart. And I make this clear to everyone, to Nigerian citizens. I am the founder of the HEPA organization. Over this year, since 2015, we have been taking responsibility that belong to the state, the local government, the councillor. We have been taking it upon our shoulder. A lot of people, they are suffering. A lot of people are living in abject poverty. A lot of people are living in one sickness or the other. A lot of people are living they are living in a shattered, in a squattering, I don't know what to call it. No roof in their head. They sleep without a form. They sleep on the ground. They are at the verge of mosquito. No good water. No infrastructure. No light. You imagine what kind of thing is this? And you see governors are there. The councillors are there. The local government governors, government chairman, they are there. They pay deaf ear, and they pretend to be blind, that they cannot see all these things. They cannot see all this pain everywhere. It's too bad for you, and I don't blame you. I blame the people that keep electing you and putting you there, because they are ignorant, and majority of them, they are stupid also. Because if you are not stupid and foolish, you cannot use your hand to vote someone that will kill you, someone that will oppress you, someone that will take what you have, that will take what rightly belongs to you and use it for himself. Because if you don't vote them, they will not be there by themselves. You are the one that will go out there, stay inside the sun, spend so many hours, all in the name of election, and you will vote for them and put this animal in clothing, uniform. You vote for them and put them in that seat where they will use to oppress you, they will use to kill you, they will use to take all that belongs to you. Nigerians, you should wake up. I am the founder of the HEPA organization, and over all this year we have been taking the burden that belongs to the state, the burden that belongs to the local government chairman, that belongs to the councillor, upon our shoulder, all in the name of charitable organization. And people are paying deaf ear to even make donation to assist us in what we have been doing. People are suffering, people are hungry, people are dying in lack of infrastructure, lack of good houses, lack of everything. Wake up, all you Nigeria. Enough is enough.
Your responsibility from today going forward is to put an end to illegal taxes on people. We have a tax law here that prescribes those who are exempted from tax. All those categories of people, and those that from time to time may be so announced by the governor, including every single hotel that has less than 50 rooms in Calabar and in the whole state, today are exempted from payment of tax. We have exempted all Okada drivers, taxi drivers, airport taxi drivers. We have exempted small salon owners, small catering and restaurant points, mama put, eatery points. All those small basic survival people selling of produce, struggling to make a living, they have been exempted today from paying tax. We have exempted them because it is better for me as a governor that I rather task my brain than to tax my people. And great perseverance, you have the right for anybody who comes before you to demand tax. You have the right to say, stop, the governor have said we should not pay tax. Why will a small person carry banana from his farm to go and sell, and produce people are there taxing him for produce? Why would somebody carry granite to go to market and somebody is putting a checkpoint on the road and collecting money from the granite seller? This is not Ben Ayode. This is not my nature. I am not wired for this insensitivity to a weaker person. I never knew that 5 years into office as governor, I would still find somebody who could live in a thatch house in Cross River State. I almost cried because I knew how prepared I was, but it didn't end the way I had dreamt for the state. And I just think that somewhere God will just help me, because I really wish I could really help. I really wish I could help. It's very painful, truly. I can't put 5 years and I've not been able to do the change I wished. I know of some small people whose businesses are closed because even after signing into law that they should stop collecting tax, I still find people giving political appointment for a completely different thing, and you see them go back to these same people and dragging them and seizing and closing their shops and taxing. If we have to pay tax, let me contact the anti-tax agency. They will give us a tax code whether we fall under the category of those to pay tax or not. So your vehicles, your public life, your telephone numbers will be in the public domain, because everybody must call you to clear whether they have to pay tax or not to pay tax. And so I picked only men of God and women of God to serve here. I charge you that by the time you are done, let your agency be a world-class example for other states and countries to emulate. If God sees into my heart, let him take every single wealth I have, if he can make every single Cross Riverian rich.
Obaseki and Oshomole, the former governor of Benin City, why they are busy, I don't know what they are busy at, constructing road and all that. That is good, but people, you need to create infrastructural renovative forces or resources that will generate employment for people. Because I noticed one thing about Benin City: a lot of youth, a lot of people, they are idle. They form a group, they form courtesy. That's why you see a lot of killings, unnecessary killings in Benin City. People need to be engaged in work. The governors of Benin, they need to create employment for people. A lot of people, they are idle in Benin City. They need to create employment for these people. You need to focus on things that will bring employment to Edo, to Benin City. Take example from this governor of River State, Governor Benedict Ayode. He have created numerous uncountable resources that generate employment for people. You know, you need to create job opportunity for these people of Edo State, so that idleness that make them to focus on courtesy and killing themselves will be reduced. Instead of fighting for position, you are just fighting for position to gain power, to be enriching yourself. Why you forgot the primary reason why you are there in that seat. That seat is not your inheritance. You are elected to do things that will improve the life of people. You are elected to do things that will improve the standard of living for the less privileged. Adamo Shomole and Obaseki, that seat is not your inheritance. It's a seat for you to serve humanity, for you to do what is right, is to create job opportunities for the citizens of Edo State, for the citizens of Benin, Edo State and all the rest. so that people can break out of that poverty. You can create a small-scale business opportunity whereby you'll be giving people small-scale business startup capital, whereby you are encouraging them to start running their own business. As such, you are reducing the rate of crime, such as killing. Every day we hear courtesan, kids killing in Benin City. Prostitution is another issue. So for you to reduce all these things, you need to create maximum job opportunity. Create job opportunity. Take example from Governor of Rivers State, Governor Benedict Ayode. Look at what he's doing for humanity. He even weep over the pain of people. If all the governors are like him, Nigeria will be a paradise. He have created a free housing accommodation for people. He have created so many industries where people are encouraged to work and earn a living. What have you done as a governor in your state? This is not all about the President Buhari. It's all about Nigeria is practicing three arms of government: the judiciary, the executive, and the legislators. So the Buhari alone is not to be blamed in the undevelopment practice in Nigeria. The governors are there, the councillors are there. So you have a major role to play. Stop blaming the president. If you have humanity at heart, you will bring the issue to the president, and Mr. President is ready. Is ready to grant you access to what you want to do for your state. But do you have such mind? There are so many governors there. If they are giving money to go, if they are allocated funds to go and develop their state, they will use it to enrich themselves. For example, look at Tinubu of Lagos. Before Tinubu, but now if you go to Lagos, almost all the estates are named after Tinubu. That's Tinubu Estate, Tinubu Shopping Center. Nobody questioned him how did he get the money to acquire all these riches overnight. Before he became the governor of Lagos State, who was he? How many estates were named after him? How many shopping centers were named after him? So we should learn from this governor. He's a humanitarian at heart. He feeds the hearts or the pains of the people. He weep over the pain of the people. And he's a God sent to humanity because he had done a lot of things to prove himself worthy of being a true governor and someone that have humanity at heart. We need such people to be a leader. A leader is not just for a mouth. A leader is someone that feels the pains of his citizen. A true leader is someone that have humanity, that have human feelings at heart. A true leader is someone that demonstrates true love to humanity. A true leader is someone that show concern, that feel the pain of his subject. A true leader is there in the field with the people. He's feeling the pains of the people. He's sharing the pains of the people. He eats with the people. He dies with the people. A true leader is not an oppressor. We should stop this. We should stop letting oppressors to rule over us. Enough is enough.
Since the outbreak of COVID-19 in the country, Cross River State, despite being surrounded by infected neighbors, is one state that still maintains its COVID-19 free status, and this is largely due to some deliberate policies put in place by Governor Ben Ayode to ensure the closure of the state borders. The compulsory use of face masks in public places is another strategy adopted by the government to avoid the human-to-human transmission of the virus, and this perhaps explains the reason for this crowd without panic. Thousands of them in their prime are here from the 18 local government areas of the state, including non-indigens, to be a part of this recruitment exercise by Governor Ben Ayode, tagged Job Carnival. The governor gives hope to all present and that as a leader, his duty was to ensure that no cross-riverian goes to bed on an empty stomach.
We don't have enough, but we care enough. We have to extend this kind of preventiveness. We have to show compassion and care. Today, everybody who is gathered here, we have a target of 8,000. They will give you a form. We have different categories. Please take note. When they give you your form, you can only fill one thing. So those who want to become bulldozer drivers, you put that bulldozer driver. Those who want to be payloader driver, you put that payloader.
The State Commissioner for Agriculture, Okon Onua, who supervised the process, gave assurance that all forms will be processed and applicants channeled to their areas of competence.
The State government have invested over 70% in agro-industrial revolution. We have factories built all over. The seedling factory is here. They're supplying vitaminized, supplying seed and seedling factory to almost all the states in Nigeria. The employment we want to create for cross-river is not a scam. It's not a scam because the state government policy in agriculture is real.
Some of those who applied are hopeful that in the coming days they will begin to work and be able to earn a monthly salary of 30,000 naira. The youths are hopeful that the process comes true as it's expected to.
This factory will be a source of glory to mankind and that will create jobs and create prosperity for the entire African people.
The governor of Cross River State, Ben Ayode, formally commissions a project which will boost economic activities in his state, gospel digital technology. The ultra-modern surface mount technology is a digital terrestrial television and direct-to-home set-top box assembly plant. The plant is set to satisfy demand for household entertainment devices. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, speaks for the federal government when he appreciates this development and the impact it will have on Nigerians.
And the quality of the service we launch goes to confirm that our objective is not just move Nigerians from analog to digital in a simple technical sense, but improving the viewing experience and giving them increased variety of channels and services. Television is all about content, and we are going to ensure that more emphasis is placed on this critical component of the industry.
This occasion marks a significant milestone in our journey towards attaining some level of technological independence and self-reliance. And as from today, I'm confident to say that a new boom has arrived in the electronic and IT manufacturing sector of the Nigerian economy.
The host, Governor Ben Ayode, promises to partner with the company, and one of the benefits will be by donating 5,000 pieces of boxes.
Many people want to sustain analog broadcasting, particularly given our terrain with the valleys and the mountains. So your set-top box is just coming to the right place. I, on behalf of Cross River State Government, is going to make a commitment here and now that we will, on proper negotiation, take an order from you, placing an order today for 5,000 set-top boxes.
The 4 pneumatic electronic assembly lines has the capacity for 250,000 components, 200,000 boxes, and 100,000 printed circuit board monthly. At this capacity, it projects about 500 direct jobs for the state.
Excitement as the governor of Cross River State, Professor Ben Ayode, pays a surprise visit to the state's garment factory to monitor the activities of staff at the facility following a recent order by NYSC to make thousands of uniforms for the scheme. The sample materials for the uniforms are provided by the NYSC with a deadline of 8 days to deliver.
Today we have a garment factory that is producing all the uniforms for NYSC. As you can look at my background and the excitement that I have come to see them and their workplace, having created a job for them. These are thousands of young men and women who otherwise would have been in the street. So let Buhari take this as a sign of appreciation from the people of Cross River State, celebrating him for this backward integration commitment and encouraging the Nigerian police, the Nigerian Air Force, the Nigerian Navy, the Nigerian Army, Civil Defense to follow the path of NYC.
The wife of the former governor of Cross River State, Honorary Duke, is marveled at the level at which the factory is operating, as she hopes to be back to place her own orders.
It's amazing to see the impact all of these 600 staff are having in their communities, because for each person who is becoming an expert in making clothes, they're not just sewing, carelessly, but they are being taught the best techniques, internationally on how to produce.
Former Big Brother Niger housemate Gedoni Ekpata, who is now in charge of branding at the facility, says the finished work is perfect.
The finishing is top notch. You can see for yourself. It's wonderful. It's really good. And as a designer, I've not spotted any error. I've looked and there is no error. There's even some of the pockets finishings that I've seen here, and I've been struggling how to maneuver. So I was going to even go to ask one of them to say, how did you do it?
The Cross River State government claims its garment factory, commissioned in June 2017, is the biggest in Africa by floor size, with a staff strength of over 3,000.
Governor Benedict Ayode, sir, you are one in a million. I personally applaud your efforts, because you have proved to me that there are still good people out there. There are still people that feel the pain of others. There are still people out there that are human. You have proved to me that there are people that can still do something for humanity, that can still bring improvement. I cherish all your work, all your developmental, all your infrastructural developmental activities. I cherish the way you have carried the burden of your state. You have proved to the world that you are a true leader, you are a true man, you are a true born Nigeria, and you are a man of your words. May God continue to guide and protect you, and keep on doing your good work. God is watching, and I use this opportunity also to let the Nigerians know that the problem of development is not Buhari's fault. It's not President Buhari's fault. It's the fault of the governors. It's the fault of the councillors, of the local government chairman. So if your state is redundant, if your state is in darkness, if your state is in stagnation, is the fault of the governor, is the fault of the local government chairman, and is the fault of the councillor. It's not the fault of the president. Mr. President cannot do everything. So if you are wise enough, you should know the people that will feel your pain when they are there. You should know the people that will remember you when you are there. I made a parable earlier on. I said a child that will work hard in the farm is when that child is on the way to the farm, you will know that that child will work perfectly in the farm, because when he's going, he will be demonstrating his potential, that he's capable of doing something in that farm by clearing the roads, by doing all sort of things. That is how to know a child that will accomplish his mission in the farm. So the same thing is applicable to the people you are electing. You don't need to elect people that will kill you, people that will take your possession, people that will take, that will not put you at heart. Voting for people that will not have you at heart is voting for your enemy, is voting for an oppressor, and it's your fault. It's your fault. I urge you out there, you mothers, you fathers, you brothers, you sisters, you should open your eyes. Vote for people that will have you at heart. Vote for people that will remember you when they're in the office. Vote for people that will remember your suffering, that will remember your pain, that will cry with you. Vote for people that will remove you from your pain, that will remove you from your agony. Vote for people like Governor of Rivers State, Governor Benedict Ayode, that know the pain people are passing through, that know what people are passing through, that feel human pain, that know the right thing to do to ease the pains of humanity. Governor Ayode is a good man, and we need such people in power. We need such leaders, such humanitarian at heart as a good leader, because a true leader and genuine leader is someone that feel the pains of other, is someone that share the problem of other, is someone that puts solution in others' problem, is someone that is there for the people, is someone that is renovative, is someone that is creative, is someone that create employment for others, is someone that make life easy for others. That is a true leader. This is a message for all the wicked leaders in the world. You should learn from Governor Benedict Ayode. Is better. The only legacy we all can leave behind is our good deed. There's no gain in wickedness. There's no gain in only you trying to occupy and trying to possess all the whole world. You will die and leave everything one day, because life is vanity. We should all learn from this outburst of coronavirus. Life is vanity. If you like acquire all the opulence in the world, one day you will die and leave everything. The only good thing you will leave behind is good deeds. Good deeds is the only legacy we all can leave behind. Life is vanity. Learn from this coronavirus crisis. If ordinary coronavirus can shut everything, can put everything at stake, can stigmatize everything, so which means you have no power over yourself. We should all learn that the only good thing we all can leave behind is good deed. Learn how to do good. Oh, you wicked man, oh, you wicked woman, learn how to do good to people. That is the only legacy. There's no good thing you achieve in wickedness. Wickedness will only make it to be forgotten easily. People like Ambrose Ali, they are still remembered till tomorrow. Ambrose Ali single-handedly brought Edo State University to Edo State, which is now AAU. So he's remembered for that. People like I Ekhonmun brought Otiwokai to Edo State. They are remembered. On the money they are dead, they are still remembered for what they did. We should learn how to do good things to our community, to our state, to our nation. People of Nigeria, wake up from your street and elect people that will carry your burden. One love. My name is I Ekhonmun, and I am the founder of the Ayode-FREE. Together, the world a better place to live. Together, we'll make the world a better place to live. One love, everyone, and God bless you. Share this video. Share this video around your contacts, because we need to promote good things.